And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Okay, here we go. 13 yards. First down, Giants.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help them reach the century mark.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers. 7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Now Jones. And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the lead at 8.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into his He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces. The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
9-yard loss. Now 2nd and 19. At the Giants 37.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. They had pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Prescott. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 20 on the air. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. Now they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
That one goes for 8 yards. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people out and a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Gray on 2nd down. Oh, nice move. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Gold River! Gold River! Up we go!
Jones throwing on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Campbell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this on first and goal? Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back. Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. And that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. But also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On third down, it's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Prescott now from the 50. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions.
It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, New York.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 28-yard
From the
line.
28, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 22. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Gano's kick is good, and the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss
as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there, caught by Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going.
3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdowns.
Ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 2-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2nd down and 6 now. Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, Robinson. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time.
Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and 3. Prescott now. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come. And they got it done.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, New York.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Hand off now. It's Gray with it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
3rd and long for Prescott. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. New York ready to go again offensively. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They run again here with Gray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Jones. Able to find Gray here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. Brian Robinson, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Clayton Tune has thrown a touchdown pass. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Giants.
On the ground, it's Gray. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, Prescott. This is caught. It's close. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass something over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule, that number is going to go sky high.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, New York.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On play action, Prescott. Try! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Giants ready to come out now. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And he gets it down to the 32. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open.
And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now Jones on first down. Quickly into the hands of Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. An injury stoppage, and it looks like, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Gray on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. First throw now for the backup Wentz. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to at least get 1 score back. Gano the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
New York set to take the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now Gray. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. Bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Passes get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Oh, he fakes a spike. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Azeez Ojulari
charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. It's caught left side by Coles. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't want to see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw. Prescott under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Prescott now.
the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
First down, Giants.
To throw, it's Wentz. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Wentz to throw. On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing on second and long. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Wentz. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And it is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 14. First down, New York.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott now on second down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
On the run, this is Gray. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action, now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. The roughing the kicker call on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
They'll run it now with Gray. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gray. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Wentz now on first down. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Now Wentz. Yeah, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Again, it's Wentz. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And the Giants first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Able to find, and the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Here's Bryan Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Takes it to about the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is 2nd and 8.
Throwing here, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to cease.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter, as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how